Hey guys, it's Ken again, and as you can see, I am doing my YouTube videos again, so I got those back, so I will be able to do more YouTube videos for you, so that's a good thing. But in this video, I'm going to be reviewing to the originals, Season 1, Episode 5. This episode was called, what was it called? Let me look. Sinners and Saints. That was the title, and I really like this episode. Some of the stuff I really liked. We really got more backstory, especially with more with Davina and with this new girl Sophie, who I don't remember if we I don't remember Sophie really. I don't know if she's a new character, so yeah, I do like where they're going with this though. So let's first talk about the biggest part of this episode, where with Elijah and Davina, because as I remember at the end of the last episode, Elijah appeared. We didn't know what he was going to say to Davina, and turns out that it's basically he's interviewing her. It kind of just felt like an interview basically, and he's talking to her. So Elijah manages to win her trust so much that she actually ends up lying to Marcel in order to stay with him and learn to control her powers. And that's basically what happens, because he starts talking to her and everything, and she really starts to come out and everything about what she really wants, and she says that really what's going on here is that she wants, we found out this whole thing called the harvest, and every couple of centuries the witches do a harvest to honor their ancestors and preserve their powers. The harvest involves offering one young witches for the sake of their family. If the harvest isn't completed, the witches lose their power. However, during the harvest, the young girls are slaughtered for their family. Now, here's the thing. Here's the biggest part here with the witches losing their power. Davina wants the harvest to not be completed because she wants to lose her powers so she can be human again. Because she can't really handle all of this. That's really what it is. It's not that she doesn't want these powers, it's that she can't handle all this. She thinks every time she has these powers, she just lets something die, basically. Or, as something goes wrong. And, Elijah basically really wants to help her with this. That's why she wants to learn to control her powers, and she wants to get better at it. So, she ends up lying to Marcel. And later, when Marcel and Klaus are fighting, Elijah shows up and stops it. He wants to, I'll get to that at the end, but that was actually pretty big what was going on there. We found some other stuff about Davina. For example, none of her friends know about her powers. There's like a big twist with this girl Monique, and there's a big thing going on there. There's also, I just think that she is very, she wants to control her powers, but she doesn't know how to. That's the problem. She wants to control her powers, but she can't. She can't do it. It's too much for Davina. She really wants to control her powers, but she just can't do it. It's that simple. So, the other thing that I liked here was that this harvest doesn't complete because Marcel comes and stops the ritual. The only girl who manages to survive it is Davina, because he saves her just in time. That's how Davina and Marcel initially have been for the past 8 years. She's been hiding while he's kept her there, and Marcel has a similar moment that Klaus had when he saw him. He felt a bond with Davina and therefore a need to protect her. Davina gets all the power of the other witches because of the sacrifice, but again, she doesn't feel she can fully control it. So I think that's the problem with Davina. It's that, she's not an annoying character. She's a girl. She's just a teenage girl, basically. That's what we're finding out here. She doesn't want to be this big, powerful witch. She just wants to be a teenage girl. She wants to have a normal life. She wants to have friends. She wants to be a normal girl. I mean, is that such a problem? I don't think that's such a problem, and I don't think that's anything that's not reasonable. I think that's extremely reasonable, and I think that, if Marcel's not going to let her do that, I think definitely that, the next best thing is for Elijah to help her, basically. That's basically what was going on there with the harvest. But then we get into Sophie. Now, with Sophie, we found out a lot more about Sophie, too, in this episode, especially with Sophie. The witches didn't count the interference of Marcel, who, he was the one who stopped the whole harvest. And it's apparently Marcel's mission to basically just, like, I don't know, that is nothing, you know, it's apparently his mission to just, like, have sex with every New Orleans resident with and without a heartbeat, and he's doing a pretty good job of it, because he was actually, you know, in a sexual relationship with Sophie, so that was kind of strange, but basically, though, Sophie enlisted the help of her boy, you know, of Marcel, to stop the harvest, but he was too late to save Sophie's niece. So instead of all the girls' abandoned powers wins Davina, as I just said, and the only girl who's not slaughtered, which means the reaping can never be complete as long as Davina remains alive. So Sophie wants to destroy Davina, allowing for Monique's return. Which is really not a good thing here. There's no way Sophie stands a chance against Davina, and if she tries to fight her, Haley and her baby will definitely end up suffering. Which, I mean, that would not be good. And, but I really love this whole harvest story. It really is great. It adds this new creepy stuff to it. It really makes us think more about Davina. You care more about Davina. And, you care more for Sophie, too. You care more about both of them. They're not bad characters. It's just that Davina, you know, just happened to get all the power. She doesn't want it, though. But Sophie wants to kill Davina because she feels, you know, she feels that Davina is guilty because she was the one who got all the power, so she wants to kill her. The best part, I think, of this episode, though, I think anyone will agree with this, is that, we got the long-awaited return of Elijah and everything with the rest of them. And the best part is when we see that Klaus ends up in a fight with, Marcel, and, Elijah shows up and stops. He wants to take on Klaus himself. So then Elijah's reunited with his family, and you actually see that him and Haley have chemistry, but she slaps him. She slaps him, and, it looked like they were gonna kiss and everything, but, she slaps him and she basically says, don't make any promises you can't keep. I don't know what this means, but Haley clearly does not like him. She does not want a relationship with him, and, yeah. So that's basically what was going on here in this episode. I definitely thought it was a really good episode. It's definitely going to be very interesting to see what happens here. What do you think is going to happen? Now we have this whole harvest thing. It really changes a lot for the show. It adds much more to this show. I think it adds more, like, as the person on here said, a creepy factor to the show. By the way, I'm reading off of this because I was actually trying to upload my YouTube videos while I was doing this, so I wasn't able to see the whole episode. But, you know, I definitely really enjoyed the episode. I thought this show's actually getting increasingly better, and this was probably the best episode they've done. I'm loving what we're learning with Davina, that she just wants to be a normal girl, and then with Sophie, how she feels, you know, that Davina is guilty and wants to kill her, and I mean, it's not really either of their fault. It really is Marcel's fault, because he stopped it from happening. But yeah, let me know what you guys saw this episode. What do you think is going to happen with Sophie? Do you think that she could kill Davina? What do you think with Davina? You know, what do you think with Davina with her trying to be a normal girl? Who would win, Sophie or Davina? That's it for my review. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.